Good day, everybody. Hope you're doing well. So it's May 23, and it's time to take a look at all of the newest Rust Workshop skin submissions. Yep, it's the Rust Workshop skin checks. We're going to go through all of these new skins from my followed authors list. As you can see, we've got a lot of interesting things to take a look at. But the main thing that we're, concerned about is the financial perspective. We've got that financial lens on. We're trying to keep an eye out for continuations of collections. We're hoping to potentially see some potential skins where, as a continuation of a collection, people might react to it. Take, for example, we saw the likes of the military hoodie and pants being accepted this week. When that happened, the pre-existing pieces jumped up in price by quite a lot. Whoa, that is now $26. I am surprised by that. But what we also tend to see is people like to react when they see a new piece being submitted as well. So, you'd start to anticipate their arrival, and then you'd consider wanting to invest into that collection, and of course you potentially might make some very delicious profits. So shall we jump straight in? But first of all, let's just go over how you might want to set yourself up with a followed authors list like I have. So gentlemen, there are two options. First of all, the easiest option, but a bit tedious, is going to the accepted in game. So if you're on the main page for Rust Workshop, you scroll down, you see accepted in game, you click this, and you'll see all of the most recent skins that were accepted, and you can just go through all of their pages real quick. So let's just click this, and this, yep. And what you'll do is you'll see in the bottom right all of the contributors that made this skin. For example, we're looking at the double banana. This was made by Debsky and PYH. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to click to go to their main pages. And what I'll do then is I'd go to their workshop items and I'd start following them. Because you've got to understand this. Not everybody who works in a group for a skin is always going to be working with each other. They very likely might go solo, or they might work with another group. It's smart to, if you want to seriously be following people that have a genuine chance of having a skin accepted in the future, you would follow everybody involved in the group. So we just did Debsky, very nice. So I already had Debsky. Then we got Mr. PYH, yeah, we'll go with that. Yep, so we got that, yep. And I'm already following them as well. So I'm already ready in regards to that because, of course, I already have my followed authors list established. Now, again, not everybody will be working a group. As I said, some people like to work solo. So this is a good idea that you want to make sure that you follow everybody that's involved in contributing to make the skin. So all good, yep. You can do that for as many skins as you like. Maybe you only like a certain type of skins. Maybe you only want to see skins that have a genuine chance of potentially being accepted. But you know what you can also do? Every Monday, you will see the vast majority of new skins being submitted for the next batch, basically for TGG's newest list. So we'll explain that in a little bit. But basically, the reason why most skins are submitted on a Monday is because that's usually when the deadline happens. It is 23:59 PST Monday. That is the deadline for when all skins should be submitted to potentially then be accepted into that German guy's newest top picks list. So what you'll do on a Monday, whether in Europe or America, you name it, in the evening, just go to browse, click in game, and you'd see a very nice batch and most popular, but then what you'd want to do on the Monday is go most recent. And you'd click that, and you'd see many, many different interesting skins being submitted. Most of the time, they're skins of a particular quality that very likely could be accepted. So you could start showing your support for all of those new people. Some people might never have had a skin accepted before, but you might see some skins that they've made and think, you know what, this looks pretty good. I reckon I want to start supporting this guy. They're doing a pretty good job here. I think this is quality work. You might think differently, or you might have a particular type of skins that you like. It's up to you. You can build up your own followed authors list any way you may want to do so. So it's up to you, basically. But as I was saying, the deadline is due to TGG. Yes, they have their top picks that are made every single week. Here is today's one. So we have top picks May 2023 week 4, and there is 100 skins here. So what you do is, what you'll understand is, that German guy produces a new top picks list every single week. They are curated. He makes sure that there's no DMCA problems and whatnot. He makes sure all of these skins are totally made by those skin creators themselves. And then, he would make his list. He would make a video. But this list then also gets pushed towards Facepunch themselves, the developer of Rust. So they see that themselves, and they will then most likely pick most of the new skins for the next Rust store from the list that he's produced right here. So this is why skin creators always like to make sure that they submit their skins before the Monday 23:59 PST time zone deadline. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more of that, a little bit more in depth with that, I do have a video, and I always link it in the description for my Rust Workshop skin checks videos. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, there's a nice little video called Micro's Hypothesis Time Frame for Rust Workshop Submissions. Consider giving that a watch if you want to. And with that out of the way, we can now start talking about my list. So yes, my list is... here, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. So, yep, this is the newest batch of Rust skins that have been submitted over the past weekend, and as of course, Monday. So, we've only got 98 skins today. I will point this out, some skin creators tend to be a fair bit late with their submissions. If I've missed out on you, my apologies, but yeah, I can only show so much based on what was already there. So, yeah, gentlemen, we're going to be talking now for maybe another hour or so. I didn't mean to click that. What? But yeah, gentlemen, we are now going to be talking about deployables, and then after that we'll talk about tools and weapons, and then after that we'll talk about armor and clothing. We're going to be keeping an eye out for what potentially might be accepted, and we're going to be keeping an eye out for all of those continuations of collections. Shall we begin? Yes, we shall. Okay, so starting off with the May 23, 2023 batch of skins, we're looking at the likes of a barricade. Do you remember the theme that we saw last week? Loads of people making deployables based on the new Adobe building skin that was given, you can see it right there for the stone walls. Trakmer has made a very interesting looking barricade, but here's the thing, here's the problem. Barricades are apparently a skin that have been discontinued. I don't think Facepunch wants to see barricade skins being made anymore. I say that, maybe that'll be accepted now, but apparently this is one of the discontinued items that they don't want to see getting skins made for it anymore. Other than that, it's still a cool idea, If you have your own modded server, you can still bring that in and make it something available to everybody to use and whatnot. Cool idea, Mr. Trakmer. You did something that none of the other skin creators did last week, but yeah. Now, talking in theme with the Adobe, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are aware of the sheet metal container set. So there's going to be a special container sheet metal skin, building skin, that'll be... I think it's going to be released for the beginning of next month, which, is only about a week or so away. So, yeah, a lot of people have taken notice, and you're going to be seeing a lot of sheet metal themed skins. So, from what we can see here with Michael, he's quite literally just made like a sheet metal rug. So yes, that's a rug. Is it still super soft to walk on, Michael? You didn't fully explain this thing. Of course, Mr. CD as well, but yeah, that is a rug. That is sheet metal. Now, from what you can see here, it's covering twig. You could trick a lot of people with that, couldn't you? I think that won't be allowed because of it. Let's see if it gets accepted. But yeah, you're this week, with all of this batch of skins, you're going to be seeing a lot of skins in theme with containers and in theme with sheet metal. So yeah. Anyway, so abandoned locker. So Kosem has proceeded to make a nice locker skin, as you can see right here. We've been seeing a lot of locker skins being accepted this year. We literally just had like 3 of them given away for the Twitch Rivals event. So maybe it's just bad timing. Maybe this still gets accepted. You never know. But it does appear to be a nice urban... what's the better way of putting it? It's got graffiti all over it. It's had a bit of decay. It's got some wear and tear and whatnot. I feel like it's perfectly fine to say it's like a somewhat abandoned urban style. So yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. If you like it, gentlemen, please don't forget, this whole collection will be available to you in the description, right? So you can go to the description right now if you're watching the video, and you can click the link. You'll be able to go through all of these skins yourself, and if you like them, you can vote for them. If you don't like them, you can vote no, but at the very least, you could also go to the comment section itself, and you can offer some feedback. If you like the skin, you can still say, hey, I like it a lot. Keep up the good work and whatnot. Positivity goes a long way, keeps those skin creators nice and motivated. So yeah, please don't forget you can click and go through all of these skins yourself. It's just in the description. The link is right there. Cool. Right, let's continue. So now we're going to go to talk about the likes of furnaces. So Mr. Chillag made a pretty interesting looking otherworldly furnace. Freddy has made a... what's this? Coloured pencils? Is that like wax? Sorry. Oh no, I know what this is. It's like drawing pen. Yeah. It's the back of them. It's a bit stretched there. Is that meant to make it look like it's? I don't know. So it's a bit of a weird design. I'm just gonna move on. Jessin has made a pretty cool looking furnace. Now, if I can remember, Mr. Jessin, aren't you the person who also made those interesting looking dragon skins that we've seen quite a lot of over the past few years? Yes, Toxic Dragon and Dragonhorn, yes. So, looks like you're trying to make a new design here, because it definitely reminds me, when I look at that face, definitely reminds me of your dragon set. So, it's more of a, what do we call this? Sun Priest. Okay. All right, that's an interesting approach. But yeah, I'm sure when you look at that face, you think, oh yeah, no, I can see the dragon design there still. But hey, if it works, it works. Now we're on to sleeping bags. Soft toy sleeping bag and pineapple dream. So let's just click this and this. Nice, comfy looking design there. And it's a pineapple. That's going to be itchy. It's going to be itchy. Jeeba has continued their loose collection. I say loose because it's not really referenced as a proper... Okay, it is here now. So, all right then. So if you are aware, there is a whole bunch of skins that have been made in reference to the crates and whatnot that we can find in-game. And they have been successfully accepted quite a lot. Here is your primitive crate. So, yep, that's potentially going to be maybe accepted. You never know. In terms of, will this potentially cause that the rest of those skins to potentially go up in price? Well, as I said, not everybody is fully aware that this is a collection. They just think it's a random assortment of skins. But, yeah, you might sit and say, but military large box is going up in price. I believe that's because a YouTuber used it. Other than that, all of these other ones, they haven't been getting a lot of interest. So, yeah. I don't think that's going to have an impact on all of those other skins that already exist. So let's move on. We've got some attempts on some, so there's always some people trying their best to try and see if they can get some, get a new storage collection set up. Mr. Darky was been doing that for like 4 months now, I think. Still no skin accepted. If he wants to continue, he's more than allowed to do so. Stepan has been started off trying to make a billboard gun storage. Joseph, I believe, this is a version 2, so he made scrap container. And then we've got who made a container set, and you can see all of these now. So, as I said, container style skins are all they're the big theme for this week, because we know on the horizon we're going to be getting some shipping container themed sheet metal building skin for next week. Technically it's going to be next week, because Thursday next week, I'm sure you understand. So basically, made one that was still potentially a collection start, maybe, possibly. Personally, if I were him, I'd have made an alternate version without the meds on it. But anyway, he wasn't the only person who made an attempt for this, because you got Neville, you got WAG, you got Decap here. They've all gone ahead and made some container style skins themselves. So yeah, not surprised by this. I mean, you could have had any colour, Mr. WAG. He plans to turn this into a collection. Container Box 01, the white one. Okay, sure. I mean, maybe. And then, wait, hang on a minute. Container Box Orange. Are you also trying to make a collection out of this? Oh, no. They're competing with each other. Well, that happens. You got two people with the same idea, but with a different colour to start with. I wonder if they both did like blue next week. That'd be pretty funny. Well, things like that happen, don't they? Mishka with the nuclear waste box. It's a glow-in-the-dark box. Yes, good look at that. Good look at that, yes. And then we got the Grimoire box made by Anafen. Pirate Chest version 2 made by Humpty. Nuclear Power box made by Kaiba. Gothic large wood box. I think it's supposed to just be Gothic large box. And now we have two continuations of a collection. We have Space Foil large box. So, Space Foil, where are you? Where are sorry. Where are you? My mouth kind of broke there. There we are. So, will this large box potentially help out these two doors? Yes, it would, but we need to see maybe a whole lot more of these. If only we got that rug accepted. The rug really would have helped out these two. So this is like a nice 80s, no, would you call it 80s? Nah, we'll just go with sci-fi aesthetic style interior. And we had a very cool looking rug skin where if you had it all lined up along with these doors, it would have worked perfectly, but that wasn't accepted. So we've got a space foil large box right here. Yeah, as I said, the more deployables we see being accepted for this collection, the more it would help these two out. But I just kind of get the feeling people just aren't too fussed about this as a set. And there's been quite a decent amount of skins being submitted that haven't been accepted, so I'm getting the feeling that it's probably not likely going to be accepted. You never know. You never know. You never know, but we shall see. So that would be a nice addition, but what do we see here? The No Mercy large box. If you aren't aware, No Mercy is the biggest collection in Rust with the most acceptances. So yep, Mr. Bad Trip has submitted another one with Hulk. So yes, gentlemen, off to the No Mercy collection. I believe the most recent No Mercy skin was the Revolver, and I believe I'm correct. Yep. That got bought out fairly recently because some people on TikTok keep talking about it. Anyway, if we were to see the likes of a large box being accepted, would it have a massive impact on all of these skins right here? Honestly, no. I don't think it would have that much of an impact. Would it hold its value? By default, with all of this collection here, you know, it's got a lovely home to get nestled into. Yeah, I think it would do quite alright. You know, garage door still doing alright. The armored door, oh dear. But last year, armored doors are a bit awkward anyway. So, by default, I think that large box would probably do alright. But I don't think it would have that much of an impact on all of these skins you see right here. So, cool design. It's just, I don't think it would have that much of an impact. Algorithm with the apartment sheet metal door. Mr. Papacal with the very naughty looking door right here. Oh dear, can't spare your eyes, children, don't stare at it. Then we have the painted black sheet metal door right here. Then we've got the player sheet metal door. I think it's supposed to be like a, is that meant to be like a very weird looking iPod? Do you even know what an iPod is? Oh dear, I'm probably old now. Sweet Dreams metal door right here. And now we have a continuation of that frog collection Mr. Ideal's been developing. So yes. Remember the remember the furnace? Remember the rock? Well, now you potentially might see the door. Yes, it's a glow-in-the-dark door. Is it only glow-in-the-dark? Yeah, we only have one door, and it is glow-in-the-dark. So, do you want a frog that's just going to be screaming all day long? Is that his tongue, or is that his mouth? Is that his tongue, or is that his mouth? It's up to you. What do you think? It's there and it's available to you. We're getting a lot of frog skins accepted recently. I get the feeling Face Punch really likes frogs. Anyway, now we're on to the only armoured door of the week. It is the mural armoured door. Pretty cool looking design. You've done a pretty cool job here, Mr. Hessiam. Oh, you can see how he developed it. Oh, that does look nice. Alright, well, you can just quickly stare at that while I quickly take a drink. Very nice. So cute style. If you like it, you know what to do. You can go to the description right now. You can click the link to go to the collection, and you can start voting for all the skins that you like. And, well, also consider offering a nice comment if you wish to do so. Right, now we're on to garage doors. And again, more container doors. So, well, container skins. So, yep, Mr. Duck, you might be aware of him being the person who made the neon storage collection and whatnot. Copper collection as well. Well, he's gone ahead and he's made a very cool looking garage door. Yes, this is the the doors to a container. So that's a garage door. If you like it, do you reckon that'll blend in very nicely with the new upcoming container building skin? Then, well, go ahead, vote for it. Then we've got the likes of different style. We have, is this supposed to be see-through, Mr. Johnny Oldboy? Recycled container wall into garage door that can roll up, made by same materials as container building skins, literally in default colour. Well, again, if you like it, is that, I'm pretty sure that's not, you can't see through it. I think, yeah, okay. So, yeah. It's up to you if you like them. And, yeah, now we'll just slowly move on. So we've got Cobalt Cargo Garage Door. Again, it's more of a fun-themed cargo rather than quite literally making it. But, yeah, anyway. So some people are making some silo garage doors in reference to the recent monument that was accepted. Shut up, phone. Anyway, so we got a nuclear neon garage. Well, again, in reference to the missile silo. Then we quite literally have a missile silo garage door. You might realise skin creators like to make skins very in reference to the things that are accepted or added to the game. So, it tends to work out quite well because they get accepted. But lastly, we do have a continuation of a collection. This is the docking area garage door. It is part of the room door collection. Yes, this is made by Mr. Seal. Do you remember some of these doors? I'm pretty sure you do because some of them were accepted. Furnace room, airlock, storage room. Yes, he has been trying his best to get some more doors accepted. You might remember quite recently he had a newer garage door that he submitted, and then of course now we have the one for the boat. So let's hop over to here and type in a room door collection. Let's go take a look at the room door collection. La, da, 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 da. So, what do we have here? We have a furnace room door, we have an airlock door, and we have a storage room double door. Now, you might be sitting there and thinking, surely if one of these newer garage or docking... What's it called again? Docking area garage doors were to be accepted, it would have a positive impact on this. I'll be honest with you, I kind of don't think it's going to have that much of a difference. I feel like this is struggling because people just don't care enough for it. This is just fun and goofy. People like it. And this is a double door. And double sheet metal doors tend to do quite well because we rarely ever see double sheet metal doors being accepted. So these are already up for their reasons, and this is down because it has a lack of interest. If we were to... And I got to be honest with you, I don't think people are fully aware that this is even a collection. So, yeah. It's fun for what it is, but I don't think people are fully aware that it's a collection. I don't think if you were to see this being accepted, it would have that much of an impact. But it's still a fun design. I think a lot of people who like to make boat bases will still appreciate it. So yeah, you get the idea. Right, we've got some interesting looking double sheet metal door designs. Even though I just sat there and said you're probably not going to see them being accepted, but well, we'll go take a look at all of them because every single one of these is looking pretty cool. So we've got the very nice... weird looking. It's a bit weird. I can't remember what type of stone this reminds me of. What is it? What mineral looks like this? I don't want to say quartz. Not sapphire. There's another. Lapis? Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, very cool looking design here. If you like it, you know what to do. You can go to the description right now and you can go ahead and vote for it. Cool looking design there, Mr. Shawmick. Then we've got the good day, good night sheet metal door, sheet metal double door. So pretty cool looking design there. I like that little face for the sun. So yes, this is the non-glowing version. And then if we close this, you'll see the glow-in-the-dark version. Look, they stare into your soul. Isn't it lovely? Yes, you definitely want to go through this door, yes. And then Mr. Zinc... awesome door. Role players, you've got the perfect doors. Look at that. That is awesome. Now, again, role players. So, if you don't like it, fair enough. But that's a wonderful picture to show it all off. Awesome idea. But, again, is that something you truly like? Is that something you truly want? I'm pretty sure a lot of people definitely want to build up their own saloon in Rust and just... again, role players. But yeah, it's up to you. And I do believe we have a glow-in-the-dark version as well. Yeah. So, because that's like meant to be curtains and, what's going on in there. So, yeah, cool idea. Out of all of the skins we saw today, I think that's probably one of the most fun, creative ideas we've seen today. So, good job there, Mr. Zinc. And then, lastly, we have the Armour double door. It's an X-ray room made by 9K. Yep. So, yeah. Armoured double doors, pretty much same thing as sheet double doors, but even rarer. On average, I think we see one armoured double door being accepted every year, and we've already had one accepted this year. So I'd be surprised to see if this was accepted, just by default. So it's not too crazy, perfectly fine idea. So, yep, if you like it, please consider voting for it. And that, gentlemen, is every single deployable skin based on my followed authors list that was submitted over the past few days. Very nice, very cool. Which of these did you like the most? Which one was your most favourite? Feel free to comment, You probably will end up commenting your favourite deployable and weapon tool and armour and clothing. So, yeah, it's up to you. You sit there and say which you like the most, and I guess we're going to move on to weapons and tools now, so let me just take a real quick drink. And let's go take a look at this little bundle of joy. What's this? It's a pet rock collection that Mr. Keke started to make. So, yes, Mr. Keke has been making some very goofy looking animal rocks. None of them have been accepted yet. But we've now got a fat little hamster. Look at this. Look at him. He's so lumpy. He's so lumpy, so fat. Look at him. You can throw him at people and he'll squeak. Look at how fat he is. Look at him. If you like it, go ahead. You can vote for it, yes or no. It's up to you. If you think it's too goofy, you can vote no. It's up to you. But how could you say no? How could you say no? Look at him. I'm just wondering what else you could make next. What? Oh, Hedgehog. There you go. Yes, it's not because I'm hedged, but yeah, that'd probably be pretty cool, wouldn't it? What else could you do? I don't know, a puppy. Throw a puppy at someone. Let's not talk about this too much. All right, let's move on to the Plush Dragon Satchel Charge. So, yep, go. Oh, it's got like a big mouth. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a fun idea. So who made this? This is, it's you! Yeah, well done. So, yeah, cool idea. If you like it, proceed. Vote yes or no. The choice is yours. Now we're on to some more Adobe themed skins. So now what we see here is Robstar making an Adobe hammer. Very nice, very cool. Hey, what did I mention earlier? Sometimes you see some skin creators going solo. Robstar, of course, being the person who recently had their military hoodie accepted, but he worked with that with Diaz. So I guess we'll see a Diaz skin in a bit, won't we? So yep, Adobe-themed hammer skin. Very nice, very cool. But do you know what's competing with it? A container-themed hammer. So yes, it's the battle of which hammer potentially might get accepted based on the newest building skins that have been accepted. How many of you are involved in this? I'm starting to think some of... What? I'm starting to question everyone's involvement in this anyway. So, anyway... yeah. This is competing with the likes of the Adobe hammer because, of course, we are expecting the likes of a container sheet metal skin to be accepted, and people are making skins in reference to it. So, do you like the Zen Labs blue one, or do you like the Cobalt red one? The choice is yours. Vote yes or no. And how come there's only 2 people here, but then there's like something fishy's going on there? Are you is it a joke because you're hiding everybody in the crate? Probably. Anyway, let's move on. We've got some tools to take a look at. PLA. What does PLA stand for? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be what do you call it? 3D modeling or something? I think. I don't know the term. I've forgotten it. I've failed. Sorry, Scroping. But yep, just take a real quick look. It's like a weirdly looking transparent design. Hey, if you like it, you know what to do. You can go ahead and you can vote for it. So, interesting creative approach. This is the only tool skins that the pair of tools that we see this week being submitted. Then we got Howdy with a Bloodline crossbow. Get a quick look at that. Pretty cool. Is that a bit of transparency I see there? No. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Quite a lot of transparency there. Okay, cool. Well, if you like it, you know what to do. Now we're going to move on to the likes of many handguns. So we've got the Clown Sap. We've got the Riot Sap. We've got the Goodnight Sap. And then lastly, we have a continuation of the Venomous collection. Do you remember Venomous collection? Probably not, because it's been a while. Well, let's go take a look. Venomous collection. Yeah, here we are. How many skins are accepted? We saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last skin to be accepted was back in summer of 2022, so it's been almost a year basically. Quite a lot of skins were submitted. Andre seems to have taken a break from it for a while, but now we're back and we're taking a look at the likes of the Venomous Sap. So, we have talked about this many times. When the collection is only weapons, if there were to be a new weapon to be accepted, would it make that much of an impact? Not really. When it's just weapons, you don't see that much. The one thing that I reckon would help boost all of these already existing Venomous skins, it would be if Andre went ahead and made like a venomous clothing and armor collection. That would help out these weapons. We've seen situations like this before. Skull Killer started off with only weapons and whatnot, but then they started to make clothing and armor, and then all the weapons got a nice push when the clothing and armor was accepted. So that's up to you, Mr. Andre. Consider making clothing and armor. So yep, cool. But that's not going to have that much of a difference if it were to be accepted. Anyway, let's move on. Wooden Python made by Glider. Then we got the Line Metal Python made by 1SQ. This one's a bit strange to look at. It is a bit weird to look at. I was thinking, is it like some sort of distorted TV design? I don't know. But now we have the Low Poly collection, yes. You might be aware of the Low Poly collection. We very recently saw some tools being accepted, didn't we? If we can just scroll down. So we've had the furnace, we've had all of the clothing and armor accepted, all the core pieces to be precise. So we did have some stone tools, and then very recently we saw Low Poly hatch and pickaxe being accepted as a nice teaser for the complete the sets. But now we're on to the Python. Would the Python have that much of an impact for the Low Poly collection? I will sit here and say no, not really. It wouldn't have that much of a difference. So we don't have a Low Poly collection apparently? Low Poly? What's going on here? Have we got a mistake? Oh, there you go. Right, anyway. Yeah, so all of that's in the negative mostly, except the pickaxe. So, cool. I guess people just don't really care that much for it. Well, yeah, Python's not going to change the world, so nice little heads up on that. Right, so then we have the Celestial Custom SMG made by Sunart. Then we're going to move on to the Chemical Burn MP5 version 2. So yes, Chemical Burn has been slowly rolling out more and more skins, and well, it's been successful, so why would they stop? So yep, Chemical Burn. I still stick with my point, Oasis. Armor. Chemical Burn armor. That is where you're going to get the best, the absolute, that's how you're going to get the absolute best out of this design. I feel like that's the best way to go of this. You've got a lot of weapons accepted, and you've submitted quite a lot, but I honestly think to really bring out the creativity in the design of this, do it for clothing. You can do it for clothing as well. Do it for the armor. Tier 2, Tier 3, 100%. It'll look awesome. So just a consideration. But yeah, like if you go look at all of the Chemical Burn, here we are, and yeah, it's all in negative because it's just not really being appreciated that much with the weapons. But I honestly think it would look awesome if you did it on armor. So that's a consideration. But yeah, it would be another weapon to a collection that only have weapons so far, so it wouldn't make that much of a difference. We literally just said that earlier. Anyway, Banana has returned. The banana shop, pump shotgunana. Shotgunana. That sounds weird to say. Debski, Mr. Pie, PYH have gone ahead and made another banana skin. It is the pump shotgun. Now, we don't see many pump shotgun skins being accepted by default, but again, we're mainly here talking about collections. So, banana, oh no, because it's going to be... it's called Bonana collection on here. Yeah. And you haven't even got... All right, I have to talk to Mr. Penguin to sort this out. Anyway, if you just I'll show you. I can show you that at the very least. So we got the Bonana collection here. It should have the double barrel shotgun with it, but yeah, it's not holding up super greatly at the moment. Bit unfortunate. But yeah, again, if we just saw another weapon to be accepted, it's not going to make that much of a difference. Like this has been accepted this week. This is still in the negative. Point made. So, yeah. And I will talk to Mr. Penguin about that weird situation. Anyway, now we're talking about the SARs. So we've got the Tank Armor SAR, and there's one without a stock. Very nice. We've got an Under SAR, and then we've got a Choo Choo Train SAR, made by Wirecat. A bit scary. Look at that. Ooh. Bit scary, just a little bit. Look at that. Does it glow in the dark? It would say. It would definitely. It would have said. All right. Okay. Cool. Anyway, then we got the high quality metal SAR. Diaz is trying to turn this into a collection. Yep, I remember the AK last week. So yeah, this week Diaz and Robstar, they have their military hoodie and pants being accepted. But you might have noticed they've been going their separate ways, trying to make some skins as a solo each. So this is why I would say make sure you always follow everybody that contributed to making skins that were accepted if you want to go that route with setting up your followed authors list. And now we're on to the LR300s. We got the black camo made by Mr. Verona and Mr. Emilio Frito with his Oceanus. So let's just get a quick look at this. Cool design there, Mr. Verona. Very nice, sleek and interesting. And we see the Oceanus collection made by Mr. Emilio Frito. Now, he's been trying his best to get this set up as a collection. Problem is Emilio Frito is very successful with many collections. I think Facebook is like, you've had enough. Anyway, cool design, very nice to look at. He's made some other Oceanus skins. I mean, you can see it all here. Hey, get a good look at that. Very nice. But none of them accepted. It's probably because he's too successful. They have to they have to say no sometimes, Mr. Emilio. But don't give up on it. Maybe wait it out a year, then come back to it with version 2 for all of them, because I think a lot of people would appreciate it. I do remember quite a lot of those skins having a lot of scores, very high scores, based on a workshop. So, yeah, anyway, let's move on. We have the AR Loco, made by Mr. Kuvahu. Fairly tame design. And then you got the fiery... You know what? Let's just kind of show you like a bit of a difference. Tame design, but you know what? Some people do appreciate a somewhat tame design. Nothing too crazy, straight to the point. And then you got Firefox. So, yeah, I mean, some people like things one way, some people like things another way. It's up to you. You're the person who has the power to vote. Do you like these? Go to the description right now. Consider voting. Or which one is your favourite? I guess we'll have to take a look at all of the AKs now, considering we looked at first two. So let's just go take a look at all of you. How many are there that exist? Quite a lot. Wow. Okay, cool. So, yep. We got the Raider AK-47. Hello, I'm a Raider. Okay. I mean, are you a Raider? Do you need this in your life? Please consider voting yes or no. Then we got the Dragonfire Assault Rifle. This is the stockless version, apparently. And no, it does not spew flames. It does not spew flames. Cool idea, though. I like that. Pretty cool. Then we got the Way of the Samurai AK-47. Get a good look at this. Pretty cool design. Yep. Nice. Then we got the AK Rock. Get a quick look at that. That's a smash guitar. I hope you pay for that. Right. Then we're on to the Dino AR. Ah, damn it. Okay, Y9J. If this isn't accepted, you got to call your pirate AK. Sorry, Little Ranger. It fits. He's making pirate skins. Don't be upset. Anyway, funny idea. Little Ranger, you've got a lot of collections as well. I'm surprised you didn't make some more toy stuff, as it was accepted somewhat recently. But that's up to you. He's also making a BIS collection with Graham Sherwin, so yeah. Cool idea. Maybe he's just taking a break from all of the collections this week and just going for something completely random. It's fun. I mean, you know, but yeah, if you like it, it's up to you. Now we've got the Hot Chili AR. Pretty funny idea, Mr. GBG and Trigger. Yeah, no, I'm remembering this now. This is like the exact type. This is like the exact style for the AKs that you've been making this year. So if you remember, they made the Valentine's AK. You can probably see the design of this. The line art and whatnot reminds me exactly of the LaView and whatnot on the AK. They also made an Easter skin that wasn't accepted. That was very similar in design as well. So I'm starting to notice your style. So cool stuff. Then we got the Hypnotic AR. It's very hypnotic. Ooh. Well, Cubist Muffcat, let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Gentlemen, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. And that, I believe, is all of the weapons and tools. Now, if I've missed any skins, my apologies. If you were late to submit your skins and whatnot, that's out of my control. But yeah, there's a lot of skins to go through every single week. And if I've missed one, just message me. I'll make sure to add it to the collection. And yeah. So, gentlemen, out of all of these weapons and tools, which was your most favourite? Feel free to comment. Feel free to sit there and say. And I guess we're going to be moving on to clothing and armour next. So, yep, let's just take one quick drink. All right. So, by default, I will sit here and say one more time, we're going to move on to armour and clothing now. But don't forget, you can go to the description right now and you can click the link to go to the collection yourself, and you can go through all of these skins yourself and vote yes or no for all of these skins. And please don't forget, you could also potentially go to the pages of these skins yourself and also consider offering a nice comment or two, whether it's feedback or just a nice little bit of writing for support. And let us begin with the sun-faced bandana and boonie hat. So Mr. Chris made a nice little bandana here. Looks pretty nice, looks pretty cool. And he's also made a boonie hat. We've been getting a lot of boonie hats accepted this year. I've said this quite a lot fairly recently. We've been seeing a lot of primitive stuff being accepted, so I don't blame him trying to get a boonie hat potentially accepted. So yep, submitted that. Pretty cool approach. Nice to see. Right, now we're on to a return to the comics collection. We were wondering if we were going to see potentially comics tier 2 or tier 3 being accepted for complete the sets. Didn't happen. So now Mr. Legacy has pushed towards making some comics burlap pants and shirts. So primitive comics, would that have that much of an impact on the comics collection? So the last comic skins to be accepted were the boots and gloves, if I can remember, before that tier hoodie and pants. Yep. So yeah, boots went down a lot in price recently because we recently literally just had the whiteout boots accepted, so that was fun. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to have that much of a crazy impact. Maybe people by default will think, okay, if we've just got more comics collection skins accepted, maybe we will see more potential tier 2 or tier 3 in the future. Maybe. I'll be honest with you, I think it would potentially have a bit of an impact, but I don't think it would be as big as if we saw tier 2 or tier 3 being accepted. Primitive snow camo. We did have the Arctic collection accepted earlier this year. That was back in January? Ooh, January? Yeah, so I kind of wouldn't be surprised if the comics might not be accepted because of that. Just a hunch, but we'll leave it at that. So if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Now we've got a whole bunch of interesting looking primitive clothing here, yes. A lot of bone helmets. Sorry about that. Oh, that hurt. Anyway, so we got the Forest Guardian bone helmet. Pretty cool design. I'm not sure if this was supposed to come out with another piece of clothing. Maybe we'll see more of this potentially rolling out over the course of the next few weeks. But yes, Forest Guardian bone helmet made by Dark Schneider and Zed Skipper. Pretty cool, interesting looking design right there. You ever play Witcher 3? Reminds me of the Lessons. That's it. The weird tree monster things. That's cool. I like that. That's a cool design. And then, Mr. Vlek, you might not remember, but I believe it was back in like November time. Vlek made primitive polar hunter hide shirt and pants. You know what? I'm going to see if I can go far back enough to find it. Because that actually led me to making a video talking about, could we potentially see more hide shirt and hide clothing skins being accepted in the near future? November, that's it. Yeah, I made a video talking about, will we see Face Punch accept more hide clothing potentially soon? And then, of course, throughout pretty much all of this year, we've been seeing quite a lot. Seen more than enough hide shirt and pants and primitive clothing, so it did happen in the end. So that means Mr. Vlek, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up making a version 2 of those hide clothing skins that we just saw, but as of now, we've got a nice looking design here for the Bone Skull. And yeah, I believe we also have a pair of boots. Yes, we do, hide shoes. So wouldn't be surprised if we see a version 2 for the other pieces of clothing later down the line, probably next week. So, cool approach, interesting design, primitive snow camouflage, or, well, scary looking bear setup. Right, let's move on to hoodie and pants. We've got Green Army Man pants and hoodie and pants made by Rotten Man. I believe this is going to start becoming a collection because, as you can see here, he's already starting to build it up. So, yep, Green Army Men, pretty cool. Maybe we'll see some tier 3 and tier 2 at some point in the future. And as we move on, we shall see. Well, we'll get a quick look at that. Do you reckon that looks nice? Is it a bit too shiny? Well, I mean, it kind of would be. It's supposed to look plasticky, isn't it? We now have some very notable continuations. I mean, I think the rest of this is now continuations. So We now see a version 2 of the hardsuit road sign hoodie, tier 2, sorry. So, yeah, this is the final piece for the hardsuit collection that we're waiting out for a fairly long time now. I was under the assumption that we would have potentially have seen hardsuit being accepted for complete the sets, whether it was most wanted or the actual complete the sets. I was then resigned to accepting that we would potentially see it this week. But then we saw that now we see a version 2. So yeah, the original hardsuit tier 2 was submitted in the first week of April, so we've been waiting for quite some time. But then again, Easter happened for 2 weeks and whatnot. But anyway, we've now got a version 2. And if we were to see this being accepted, yes, it would have a very notable, significant impact on all of these skins. Because that would then, if that were to be accepted, it's the final piece. It's the final piece to completely fill up all of the core pieces for the hardsuit collection. It'll be complete. People appreciate it, like it, you get the idea. So, yes, it will have a positive impact. All of these would have a spike in demand and a spike in price, and you understand. So, very nice to see. So, yes, this is definitely something to keep an eye out for now that we see this here. But it has a notable contender. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, because there's also another Tier 2 armor set that's just been submitted as well. And it's been quite a long time, so I'm just quickly showing you all of these pictures before I move on to the next one. Yes, we thought they weren't going to do it, but they've gone and done it. You are aware, everybody loves pizza, right? So, yes, thanks for the great support and many requests. Finally, we have made a tier 2 pizza set and are happy to present it to you. So, yeah, they had a lot of people. Asking for it. I don't know why they didn't do it initially. Maybe they just thought they couldn't pull it off. But here you are. It's potentially the final piece for that pizza collection. Gentlemen, gaze upon the deliciousness of the pizza tier 2 set. Yes, it is very goofy, but extra tasty. It's nice, it's greasy, it's cheesy, it's got so many toppings all over it. I like the face. That's pretty funny. But yeah. Would the pizza collection, the tier 2, would that potentially have a positive impact on the pizza collection? Of course it would. We've been waiting for a fairly long time to see the eventual release of the tier 2. So, weirdly, the tier 3 just didn't really do so well. Hoodie and pants did alright, though, which is a bit odd. But then again, 12,500 sales, 12,000 sales, 15,000 sales, 15,000. Yeah, I mean, that's got more than compared to this. But yeah, a tier 2 has finally appeared. If that were to appear and be accepted, what do you reckon is going to happen? Yes, this would go up in price. This would go up in price. Pretty much all of this potentially would go up in price. So, yeah. It's right there. It could happen. But, you know, if it happens. Maybe it doesn't happen, but then we randomly see it being accepted and complete the sets later this year or next year. You never know. You never know. So, yeah. Pizza collection could potentially have all the core pieces accepted. Mr. Jimmick has been rather successful this year, so we shall see. We shall see. So, pizza collection, if you like it, go to the description right now. Vote yes for it. If you don't know. If you feel like there could be some changes, offer some feedback. Be polite, straightforward. Help out the skin creators if you can. Let's now move on to the Tier 3 armor. 2 Tier 3 sets to talk about. And they are both continuations of a collection, yes. Do you remember, we actually just quite literally spoke about it literally about 10 minutes ago, the Arctic Protection skins. So we saw the likes of the poncho and the burlap stuff being accepted. Very nice. There were a lot more skins that were submitted that weren't accepted. But now we're moving on to actual proper armour. So we now have the Arctic Protection chest plate and the face mask. So it's right there. Do you approve? Do you like? Do you need this for those very cold, snowy areas? Probably not the Tier 3 armour, but I'm sure you understand. So it's up to you. It's in your hands. If you like it, please consider voting yes or no. But it does have a very notable contender. And that is the Pirate Collection. Pirate Collection has returned. Mr. Y9J, he has returned with his Pirate Collection. Now, I just want to point this out. I do believe this has a correction that isn't seen in the picture. They've actually switched around the skull and crossbones so that the arrow can be seen. So the actual release very likely will have a different looking one based on the pictures. So just a little heads up there. Just want to make sure you're aware. Because as you can see here, the arrowhead is blocked by the strap that goes slightly lower. So yeah, you are aware now. You are now aware. So that potentially might happen. Yeah, cool. So Pirate Collection, a lot of people have been liking it, but we've only seen primitive stuff, haven't we? So would a tier 3 armor being accepted have that much of an impact on all of this? Maybe. I don't know. It's awkward. I still think we need to see like a very nice red shiny looking jacket, pirate captain jacket, Mr. Y9J. I think that's what you should do next. It's nice to see if this potentially gets accepted. It's worth a shot, doesn't hurt. But I feel like we should get a jacket out next. I think that would work very nicely. Other than that, yeah, that's probably basically it. Like, I just don't think it's going to have... I mean, regardless, people would anticipate there potentially might be even more pirate stuff yet to come, and he has said, I've mentioned to him, make a cutlass sword or your own pirate Ioka and whatnot, so we could see some more. What would you like to see out of the Pirate Collection? Feel free to comment, offer suggestions. Do you know what you can do? You can go to the comment section right now, and you can offer your own ideas, your own thoughts. You can offer your own suggestions for another skin. It's all there, it's available to you. Show your support. Try and help out if you can. And with that, we've gone through all the skins. There was 98 skins to look at today. And once more, I will sit here and say, gentlemen, the link to go through all of this collection yourself is in the description right now. So let's just do one quick thing. I just want to make sure no extra skin randomly appeared whilst we're talking, and I believe, yeah, no extra skin has randomly appeared out of my followed authors list. I was expecting maybe one more, because someone did say that they were still making theirs at the moment. Unfortunately, I've had to proceed with this and get this out of the way. So, yep, those are all the newest submissions over the past week. But don't forget, please go ahead and take a look at this most recent top picks. You might notice that some people have made it to their first ever top picks list this week. I believe, who was it? It begins with a G. What's your name? I saw you earlier. I've already lost it. There it is. So, yeah. First time I've seen this person, so good journal. Interesting looking AK. Yeah, maybe I should consider following them from here on now. Start showing support. Keep an eye on all the skins that they make in the future. So yeah, that's one of the options that you could do for building up your own followed authors list. But yeah, you can base it on however you like to do it yourself. But yeah, please also consider watching the Rust Top Picks video yourself as well. That German guy is doing this every single week. And as I said, based on what we've seen over the past many Rust Wars during this year, most of the skins have come from a top picks, which would be seen as a typical pick, which again is something we talk about in this video, which is also linked in the description as well. So yeah, that's basically everything, gentlemen. I'll be uploading this video when I can, and I'm hoping that you'll take a look at all of the skins yourself, and yeah, it's all good. Right then, so I will say this once, I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see some older skins being accepted for the next Rust Store this week as well. They did it before Complete the Sets, wouldn't be surprised if we see it again for the last rotation of May. So it's the last rotation of May. So yeah, because next week will be, on the first day will be the 1st of June, and yeah, that'll be Wipe Day. So yeah, cool. Alright, so wouldn't be surprised if we see at least 3 older skins that were submitted for quite some time back that are accepted in this week's Rust Store. So what are they going to be? Let's find out. I think, following from what we saw with the teaser, which was at the beginning of May, where we saw the garage door and the tools, maybe it'll be a very random clothing or armor set. Because, yeah. We haven't seen clothing and armor as a nice representative. Anyway, cool. We're done. We're all good. Gentlemen, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Please consider commenting and sitting there saying what was your most favourite deployable, your most favourite weapon/tool, and your clothing and armor. What was the most favourite skin of the week for you? And yeah, please consider going through the list yourself and showing your support. Blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. So Have a good one. Have a lovely week, and I'll catch you all later. See ya.